village to extend a happy welcome
Namaste, Mr.
all of you
Mayramji, Namaste.
to all the students, scholars, and teachers of philosophy and other disciplines to be with us on this Sunday webinar. Friends, last Sunday we had with us Dr. Sinetra Pandey, and his presentation was also very excellent. And he was talking on the uniqueness in Jainism, which was very relevant and pragmatic in approach. Today, we have invited Dr. Moiram, Assistant Professor and Head, PG Department of Sanskrit, School of Indian Language, Madurai Kamraj University, Madurai, Tamil Nadu. And we are very grateful to Professor Srinivasan that he has made a connectivity with Dr. Moiram to join in our philosophy family and to present a topic on this Sunday national webinar. And I, on behalf of philosophy family, extend a hearty welcome to Dr. Moiram to be with us. Today, the topic is Buddhist principle of contentment, misunderstandings, and rejoinder. This topic is very relevant for all of us to understand the Buddhist philosophy and the misunderstandings arising in the contemporary times. And I would like to give a small introduction of today's speaker, Dr. Moiram. Dr. Moiram has completed his master's, MPhil, PhD, and NET. He has a teaching experience of more than 13 years in Madurai Kamaraj University in teaching PG students. Dr. Moiram did his specialization in Sanskrit grammar and semantics. He has also specialized in Buddhism and other Indian philosophies in Sanskrit. He has completed research project on Buddhist principle of parameters for social betterment. Dr. Moiram has also attended many national and international seminars, workshops, and has contributed more than 20 number of research articles to different forums, and all the papers have been published and gained popularity. I don't want to list up all the papers that he has contributed for the academic development of Sanskrit language and for the academic development of philosophy. He has also many administrative experience in the same university. I welcome Dr. Moiram to be with us in the national webinar. I can see the faces of Professor Srinivasan, Professor Brindavan Mahapatra, Dr. B. Chandrika, Madam Savani Misra, China, Madam Ria Mandal, and so many other participants. Today, they will put their observation after the academic program. I extend my welcome to all of them. I also welcome our admin, convener, and host, Professor Pramod Kumar Das, our regular moderator, Dr. Om Narana Rao. With this, once again, I extend my gratitude to all of you. I welcome Professor Ranjit Ghosh sir, the senior most professor of our state and a regular participant in philosophy family. I extend my welcome to him. With this, once again, I extend my welcome to all, and I welcome to Dr. Moiram and I request him to commence his talk on the scheduled topic. Over to Dr. Moiram.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm very much wondered to see great professors like respected Kailasandar Maharana sir, Das sir, Madam Chandrika, whom I know very well for a long time because she had been the Vedanta professor in Kaladi University. So, sir, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and I'm very much thankful to our K. Srinivasan sir. Sir, thank you very much, sir, because you only propelled me to be a part of this program. So, thank you very much, sir. Now, as I was uh, as I was directed by the honorable sir, Maharana sir. So I should start the presentation. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, audible,
Okay,
audible,
okay,
sir.
okay, sir. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. So, in fact, there are so many points which can be discussed as far as Buddhist tradition is concerned. In fact, Srinivasan sir wanted me to discuss or to present on uh, Shunyavad. Of course, I personally love Shunyavad, and he also knows very well. But I wanted to take some different topic, uh, which is not only particular Buddhist part of Buddhist philosophy, but also other philosophies have this thing. But main point is this: generally, this point is taken as different. I mean, if I don't use the word negative, differently. The topic is contentment. In fact, in Buddhist philosophy, from the Buddha himself, contentment has been a very important subject which was not that much taken by our great scholars, but when when we see the scholars like His Holiness the Dalai Lama, if we see his writings, then some light is thrown on this subject. So contentment is means we can say satisfaction, but what is satisfaction, what is contentment? So contentment is defined by not by the Buddha directly, but by the commentators of Tibet. This was discussed by the Arthakatha of Sutta Nipat and Dhammapada. In Dhammapada, there is a gatha which says, uh, Santutti Paramam Dhanam. Santutti Paramam Dhanam. Santushti is Paramadhan. It means it is better than all other dhanas. Dhan means property or money or whatever position we have. So here the commentator, or we can say Arthakathakar, had to explain Gehinova Padbajitova Yang Attana Laddham Attano Santakang Teneva Tussan Bhavo Santut. Means whatever is present with us, Santang means present. Whatever is present with us, whatever is gained by us, is to be happy with that, to be happy with that, that is the feeling of contentment. By the Atthakathakar of Sutta Nipat as well. Because in the Sutta Nipat, the 8th Suttam means sermon of Buddha is on metta. And in the second Gatha of Metta Suttam, this Santutti is there. So there also they discussed what is the meaning of Santutti. So both the places they explain Santutti in the same way. Means whatever is available with the person, whatever is available with the person, to be happy with that. It means whatever food to eat means what? It means whatever food we have, whatever knowledge we have, whatever shelter we have. So if we are happy with that, it is the feeling of contentment. Here, some people take it some differently, stating that if we are happy with whatever we have, then we will not try to progress. This is the general misunderstanding regarding this. Howard C. Cutler, when he was discussing with His Holiness the Dalai Lama regarding this contentment, the same subject, and Dalai Lama immediately reacted. He said, Howard, don't misunderstand laziness with contentment. Don't misunderstand laziness with contentment. So what is the meaning of this? It means he wants to say that being lazy is something different, and being happy is something different. If you are happy with your food, it doesn't mean you won't work for next time. It doesn't mean. But lazy means you don't want to work. So this, now we shall analyze whether this contentment, the main basic idea of contentment, disturbs our activity or not. So we shall take one by one whatever points are there in the definition. So one point was, whatever we have, we should be happy with that. So here one point is, what do we have? What do we have? So in Buddhist tradition, one interesting point is highlighted. What is that? That first of all, you are a human being. First of all, you are a human being, so you have humanness. That is the first thing you have. And that is very much precious. Why is it so precious? So in this context, there are different explanations. They are saying that whenever, means in Buddhist tradition, in Buddhist tradition, one special point is there, that is the theory of akshana in Pali, or akshana in Mahayana tradition or Sanskrit Buddhist tradition. So akshana means not right time, not right time for something. For what? So here particularly for the practice of Buddhist ideas or Buddhist theories or Buddhist principles. So here they listed 8 points. Means suppose you are not, as a human being, you are in Niraya, means Narak, or if you are in Tirachayoni, means you are not a human being, but you are some animal, or you are in some death work, or if you are in a godly world, okay, or if you are not in that area where these teachings are prevalent, or if you are having negative ideas, then if you are not competent to understand these principles. Likewise, they give there is a different point, and they are saying that is why we say that being human is a precious, is a durlabh, means very hard to get, or very hard to get, very hard to achieve. So now we can understand what we have. We never noted that it is very much important. It is very much important, and particularly, I would like to refer Honorable Lama Lagdo Rinpoche. He was discussing the same subject, and he was giving one example that you may not think that whatever you have that is precious, but think, if you are not a human being, consider you are not a human being for tomorrow. Suppose you are a cow, then next day morning itself, where will you go for your breakfast? And then he says, this proves that you have something important, but you don't realize. It means the human beings, or we can say we, have so many important things, but we don't realize, or we don't consider, or we can say we don't acknowledge them. If we acknowledge, then things will be different. So this is the point. Means here they say, first of all, you should be happy. What is the meaning of be happy? It means to celebrate, to feel joy. So they are saying that to feel happy that you are a human being. This is the first thing. It means if you are feeling that you are a human being, you are in the feeling of santupti, or contentment. Here, again, we should note that if we are human being and we are happy with this, it doesn't mean we are not going to work. No. Means they are saying, in fact, it is an opportunity. What you have that is precious, and if we know this thing, that whatever we have that is precious, then we shall try to use that in the best way. Whatever we know, whatever we understand. So they say that first thing we should understand that we have our human existence, and that is precious human existence. When you are having that much precious thing, then you should be happy on that, and then use that in the best way. Why to use in the best way? Because this is the next step of happiness. Likewise, they are saying whatever food we have, whatever position we have, so we should be happy on that. Okay. One important thing, that another great thinker of Buddhist tradition, that is great Sarhapa. Sarhapa was in the 8th century, and he was a Siddha, or we can say Mahasiddha of 8th century, and he says that if you don't have contentment, then even meditation will not help you, or meditation practices also will not lead you to the moksha. Moksha means nirvana, or supreme enlightenment. So it means he made this condition that you must have contentment, so that you even all your practices support you. Why he said like that? So in this context, one important thing is there, that generally whatever people think, that is something else, but contentment means to feel happy on whatever we have, and if we feel happy, will we be active or inactive? This is a simple thing. The similar question was raised by Howard Cutler in that suppose not necessarily, because psychological researchers proved that the people who are happy are more open than others. Who are happier are open means opener than those people who are not happy. Why? It is simple way. Because when we are in pain, means if we take our own life, we'll feel like we'll understand the point. Suppose we are in pain, our body will not feel sufficient energy to work towards anything. That is why, suppose some wrong thing happened with some other person, so in our society, friends and relatives, they will come to help. Why? Because this pain sucks energy. The pain takes the energy. So to maintain energy, what do we need? We need happiness. So if we are happy, our energy will be more. And that is why the happy people are easily accessible for any help. And they will happily do that. So it means if we are happy, this happiness leads us to activity, not inactivity. It means what does generally people believe that if we are having satisfaction or contentment will not work. That is not correct. Why? Because whatever is there, whatever the position here, so this, the main point is this, that we are happy and happiness leads to energy and energy leads us to work. Very simple. Means that is having cause and effect way. Happiness, then it develops, or at least we can say it puts a complete energy in one place, or assembles energy, and then this energy, because it is too much, so it propels us to work, and then we will work. Okay. Another point regarding this matter is this. Generally people believe that this santushti may lead to inactivity, but it doesn't lead, because one misunderstanding is there regarding this. There are two things. One is need and one is demand. To know it better, we should read the writings of late Marshall B. Rosenberg, who was the founder of NVC, Nonviolent Communication, great scholar. So he analyzed complete human habits and human behavior in different categories, and among them, whatever we need, that is natural, and whatever we demand, that is exaggeration. And this feeling of contentment makes us not think on exaggerations or demands. We can say like that. Suppose I am hungry. It means I need food. But if I need food, I should simply ask for food. But if I say, no, I want so and so pizza, burger, and from that company, etc., it is not need, it is demand. We need dress simply to cover ourselves or to save ourselves from different seasonal effects. We need. This is need. But if we ask, no, we need from that brand and this brand, that is demand. It is not need. So when we prefer needs, it is natural. Needs lead us to santushti. That is happiness or joy. That is why Marshall B. Rosenberg himself explained, if needs are fulfilled, we will feel happy. If needs are not fulfilled, we will feel unhappy. And if demands are put forth, struggle will start. If demands are fulfilled, they will develop negative mentality. So, and if they are not fulfilled also, then again negative. This will lead to criminal behavior. So here we should understand the people who misunderstand contentment or satisfaction with laziness, they are not in correct mind, because the basic point that this happiness, because they are not using the word to be, not to work after that. No, they are using the word to be happy. Tushyati, tussati. In Pali, tussati. In Sanskrit, tushyati. So it means to be happy, to feel joy or to enjoy. Okay. So here, now the next point is this contentment leads us to loving kindness. This contentment leads us to meditation. These are two important points, and we must discuss these things also, because mainly these 2 points means metta, means loving kindness, that is discussed because this word itself came in the Metta Sutta. And another thing that means this will lead us to meditation, that is by Acharya Sarhapa, Mahasiddha Sarhapa. So first we should think how meditation is based on santushti, or how meditation is based on contentment. There may be one question: if someone is already content, what's the use of meditation? But meditation means to concentrate on something to do better, and this is possible only when mind is not distracted. Mind is distracted only when we have problems. Means, suppose I am doing my work of Sanskrit grammar, and I have some problem, so that problem will come again and again to my mind, and it will distract me from my work. This is a simple thing. So Acharya Sarhapa is saying that this contentment will lead us to meditation, and if we don't have contentment, then we can't have a good meditation session. This is that issue. So because this contentment makes a person free from tensions, so it leads us to concentration, and concentration is the source of knowledge. That is why in Buddhism these step-by-step points are there: Shil, Samadhi, Prajna. So knowledge is achieved by concentration, and concentration is achieved by Shil, and Shil is means here we are taking one more point with Shil, that is contentment, according to Acharya Sarhapa. Okay, so in this way, this contentment leads us to concentration, and this concentration will make us a better worker. That's sure. It will make us better worker, because if concentration is weak, if we are distracted, then our work experience will not be happy. And if we are not happy in our work experience, then we will feel we should leave this job or this work. So in this way, it means Acharya Sarhapa is correct when he is saying Jena hoi जो सुचेरण होई संतुष्ट मोक्ष की लभई झाण पवित्र. So he is very much correct in this way. Now we should come to another point, that is the point led by the Metta Sutta. In Metta Sutta, it is mentioned that a person, means the person who is doing the meditation, that is metta bhavana, so that person must have contentment. Sir, please inform me when to stop. Otherwise, I
continue.
Okay,
continue, sir. Continue.
Okay, sir. So now, because Metta Sutta is saying that it is the base of Metta also. Why I'm saying this is the base of metta? Because in that some basic points are there. If these are there with the person, that person will have metta in a better way. So, santutti, santutto cha subharocha, santushya ko cha subharocha. So, a person who is santusht, that person will have metta bhavana more. Then what is the metta? And what is the connection of metta with this santutti? In fact, metta is a special type of meditation that is taught by the Buddha in famous Metta Sutta. And according to this, a person or a meditator or a practitioner has to practice this basic idea that all the beings, whoever are there, starting from herself or himself up to the uncountable people or incalculable all beings, that they should not have any pain, they should have happiness. They should have healthy life, they should have happiness, they should have good experiences. They should be free from all the diseases. So, this thing is practiced in Metta Bhavana, but Metta Bhavana has 5 steps. First, for oneself. Second, for the closest or very much loved person. Third, an unknown person. Fourth, the person with whom the practitioner has difficulty. I can't use the word enemy. I would prefer the person with whom practitioner has some difficulty, and after that, all other beings. So here, there is a question: how can a person who has who has a santushti, will do metta better? Because in metta, we have to wish everything good for others. Everything good for others. So here the point is, again, metta means, santushti means to feel happy whatever we have. It means when a person feels happy with all the possessions, all whatever the person he or she has, then that person shall automatically feel this happiness, and this happiness will reflect. See, pain and happiness, these are two special aspects of our lives, or we can say emotions of our life, which can't be put one place for a long time. They have this nature of flowing. Fluidity is there. So they need flowing they need flow either this side or that side. This is a basic thing, because happiness can't be hidden. It can't be concealed. If someone is happy, it comes on the face. And likewise, if unhappiness is also there, sometimes some old people see some youths and they say, "Beta, you are not feeling happy, you have some serious problem." And the person says, "No, uncle, nothing special." Then what the seniors say, "Beta, we spent a long life and we have experience." Okay, it means the people can easily identify also when happiness or unhappiness are there. They can't be hidden. So when they flow, when happiness flows, where will it go? It will go. So it will go to others. That is why we say generally that if someone is in pain, this should be shared with others. It will be lightened. Its weight will be less. Its burden will be less if we share. Likewise, if happiness is shared, its weight will be more. So these things need sharing. So that is why. So first sharing goes to himself or herself. Next, whomever you like. But simply, sometimes I think we all have such experiences like when we were children. That time, whatever new we found, we used to come to our uh, father or mother and we say, "Oh, we had seen this thing," because whatever we found new, we want to share with someone. This happens naturally. So this is the base of metta bhavana. This is the base of metta bhavana. If you have some positive feeling, you want to share. If someone is not there also, you should meditate on that. Why? Why to meditate? Because this meditation means, in fact, reflecting on the same thing again and again with full presence of mind. If we meditate on, or we can say we reflect on the same thing again and again, see how many positive things we have. If we think like that, then our maximum problems will be light. They will have minimum weight. And then what will happen? Then we will automatically try to share. So first ourselves, then next this flow will go to whomever we want to share, means our nearest and dearest people. Then we'll remember them. After that, if it continues, if flow remains, then whoever is there, means unknown person also. And after that, some people whom we feel difficult to manage, or means we have difficulty with them. So for them, means some people can ask, why, how can we wish something good for our enemy or the person whom we don't like? So here I want to tell one thing, one simple thing. According to Buddha's philosophy, nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Everything is changing. So who knows how much age of this enmity remains? No one knows. Because today some two persons are enemies, tomorrow they can become close friends. No one knows. Everything is changing, impermanent. So that is why if we have this idea, then automatically this will flow to even the people whom we don't like. And finally, all people whom we know or not. So this is the basic structure of metta bhavana. And this metta bhavana is based on santupti or contentment. Why? Because contentment is the basic feeling of happiness. When happiness moves to us, then we will feel confident. Okay, one more point in this context. Of course, happiness leads us to better concentration or meditation, then better metta bhavana, which makes us better human beings. And next, one more thing, and that anyone can ask, what if the people are very difficult? How to means, and we don't feel comfortable with them? If we means generally we don't prefer the word enemy in Buddhist tradition. So the people whom we feel difficult, with us. So for them, what can we expect? Suppose means what can they do against us? So against regarding this, Acharya Shantideva says, whatever is there which can't be controlled, which can't be subsided, then what is the use of feeling any tension? Or if something is there which can be countered or which can be subsided, then what is the reason of taking tension or feeling differently? It means if some solution is there, we should apply instead of feeling bad or feeling unhappy. So see here, Acharya is interestingly saying, instead of feeling unhappy, we should apply this thing. So this is the way how we should maintain our happiness, or we can say our santukti. Another point means the same thing it is saying again, that others can do what? What is the point? What is the maximum thing others can do? If that can be controlled, then work on that. If that can't be controlled, then don't think about that. I generally give example of this disease and age in this context. Suppose I am feeling dengue. Suppose I am having viral fever. Suppose I am having any disease. So there is a solution. Means we should approach doctor, and doctor will start treatment, and we should follow the doctor's prescriptions. This is the way. Instead of feeling bad, this is the way. Another thing. So it means it is controllable. It is overcomable, or we can say it is subsidable. Another thing. Suppose I am becoming old. Hair is becoming whiter day by day or year by year. If I feel unhappy, oh, I am becoming old. What is the solution? No solution. When no solution, then why should we feel unhappy? Means if solution is there, we must not feel unhappy, and if solution is there also, we should not feel unhappy. Both the points. So likewise, Acharya uses complete Buddhist philosophy to make a person feel happy or bear whatever negative is coming. For example, he gives another point that according to Buddhist tradition, this cause and effect is a great we can say philosophy, we can say great principle which can be applied in many maximum places. So Acharya says, suppose someone does something against you and you feel unhappy with that, what to do? You feel unhappy with that. So Acharya says, whom do you blame? That person. But it is not complete picture of the scene. If we take only one person as the reason or source, it is wrong. There are so many causes and conditions which make some particular mindset, and that mindset is functioning. So the person is not particularly responsible. Why? Because these mindsets or emotions that are coming and going, they are not permanent. Sometimes a person is angry on his own son or daughter, or wife or husband. Okay. But after some time, the same person, after disappearance of anger, how is the behavior? The same person loves all. Isn't it? Of course. So, it means whatever happened in that particular time, that was not because this person is like that. No. But in fact, that mental state, or we can say that emotion or that emotional state made that person to do that. So, Acharya says, it is not correct to punish the weapon instead of the person. It means, generally, people fight, and if someone beats with some stick, suppose one person has beaten me with stick, should I file a case against the stick or against that person? Of course against the person, because the stick is used by that person. It is not stick that wants to do something negative or something harmful for me. It means in the same way, Acharya says that this negative state is the cause, not that person. That person is used as a stick, as a weapon. But in fact, who is the doer? That negative emotion. Okay. And so in this way, Acharya searches out, Acharya discusses more than, I think, more than 20 different ways of thinking. And he says that we should meditate on such things again and again so that our negative mental states pass easily and they may not damage seriously. So this is the means. This was the way to maintain or to protect our santushti. If we protect our santushti or santushti in this way, with such special meditations, then we shall maintain our happiness more. Why I am emphasizing on happiness? Simply because Buddha's complete teachings are based on this kind. We have pain, so we should find a solution. And among them, different Buddhist thinkers gave some new ideas also, like these Mahayanis and Sahajyanis, we can particularly mention. So, Acharya Shantideva takes 2-3 other points also. For example, he says, can you say that you never disturbed anyone? Can you say? Of course we can't say, because no one is there in this world who can say, I never committed a mistake. It means that mistake affected someone, isn't it? Then suppose someone's mistake affected you too. Then remember yourself that you also did something wrong against someone by mistake or deliberately, whatever, but you committed it. So in the same way, you should think about others. It means this will remove negative feeling against all those. Be it the people who are different, means who differ in religion, differ in thought, differ in area, differ in language, differ in culture, differ in nationality, etc. So no problem whether they have some difference, but the main point is this, that we have one particular thing, that because we are human beings, and as we can commit mistakes, we committed mistakes, likewise they also commit some mistakes against us. So we should not take that mistake for full life. He takes in this way. Likewise, he says, if we analyze seriously, so any act of harm against you, or any harmful act against you, what will you find? If you analyze, you will find the person is not the source. Then what is the source? That negative mentality, this negative mental state, that is the source. If you analyze that the causes and conditions of mental state, then that mental state is also not something which is independent. No, that also comes into existence or into being depending on some causes and conditions. And in this way, whom can you blame? So when nothing is there to blame, then in this context, some Buddhist scholars use the example of two boats. Suppose one person is going in the morning in the ocean with a boat, and there is too much fog, and another boat came and dashed. This person fell down, and again, by chance, by effort, came up and then became very much angry with the another or dashing boat. The person feels very much unhappy. But when the same person notices that no one is there in that boat, no one is there in that boat, there is none in that boat, then that person will feel, instead of anger, he will feel sympathy. Oh, what have happened to that person, those people who were in this boat? Whose boat is this? I should find out. I should inform the people whom this boat belongs. So now see, the same action, this activity or happening is same, but immediate response was different, and after observing something, the response is different. In the same way, Acharya says we should behave with the people with whom we feel some difficulties. So in this way, we can maintain our state of contentment. Why I'm using the word contentment? Because this is contentment which leads to upekha. What is upekha? Upekha means evenness. His Holiness Great Thignath gives, I think, 6 or 7 explanations of this upekha or upeksha, but generally it is translated as evenness. Means evenness of mental state. Means when neither we are that too much taking part in this side nor that side. Means neither we are feeling any partiality towards A nor towards B. Then means even bad thing happens also, not that much mental loss, or we can say emotional loss, that means it is hard to come up. So this the ability that is called resilience. That is means that resilience comes because of santushti. Because if the person maintains the santushti state in life, then automatically this thing happens. Automatically this thing happens, that the same person feels evenness. Okay, something negative happens against me. Okay, it means that is not that much great damage. So we should not feel so bad. We should try to manage whatever loss happened, but next loss should not happen. So we'll develop this type of feeling. Likewise, if something is some matter of happiness, okay, but the person who is having evenness in the mind, that person will warn about the coming possibilities, that we should behave like this, like that. Means after this achievement, you should think in this way. Otherwise, these consequences may come. So all these things will make the person balanced. So this balance will make us content. Means if we are content, if we are feeling contentment, then we will not be that much unhappy that we can't come up in our life. We will not be that much happy that we feel heart attack because of happiness. So both extremes will be managed, and in this way this feeling of balance will come in life. So this idea of santushti leads to the same balanced path which was taught by the Buddha in the first sermon that I means in at Sarnath, where he says that, "O monks, I found out the balanced path, neither the extreme of kamanas nor the extreme of this tapasya." So middle, a balanced path. So in the same way, means in the same way, our feeling of contentment leads us to that. And when and here, interestingly, because the Buddha teaches the way to happiness, and this santushti becomes a part in that, and finally it leads to the same place, balanced life. So in this way, the santushti idea, which is there in the Pitaka literature and explained in the Pitaka literature, and later it is explained by the later scholars of both the traditions, the Theravada and Mahayana, both, and even Sahajyan Acharya Sarapam makes it condition for meditation. He says if you don't have contentment, there is no use of meditation, because this meditation will not save you. This meditation will not make you free from this cyclic existence. So, in this way, we find this uh, idea of, or we can say the principle of contentment. It is very much practical. It is very much useful for the common life of us, and whatever negative ideas are there, they are only because of the half understanding, or means somewhat listened from this place and explained presented that place. Means such problems happen because sometimes because we take uh, technical term from one place and apply in some other place. Sometimes because of this also. But anyway, whatever I found, and I took personally this topic only because so many negative ideas were there behind that. So and when I read the great masters, then I thought it is better to present on this instead of Madhyamak Shastra. So I would like to conclude here. Thank you very much, because you all listened with pin of silence, and I'm very much happy that the great scholars, respected professors are here. So again, I'm extremely thankful with, from the bottom of my heart to all of you. Sir, thank you very much, and for giving me chance. Thank you again. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks. Thanks so much, Dr. Moiram, for your presentation on the Buddhist principle of contentment and its misunderstanding and the rejoiners. Sir, you have tried to give a conceptual clarity on the concept contentment, and you have also tried to give its general meaning and meaning from the Buddhist point of view. You have also tried to establish how contentment is the basis of meditation or concentration, and which again leads to enlightenment. Enlightenment, and being human, we have humanness, and it proves that we must have the wisdom of contentment. And once we have the knowledge of enlightenment, we have the knowledge of and we have the conceptual clarity of contentment, then we can be free from all kinds of riddles and prejudices. Thanks so much, sir. Now I would like to request Professor Dr. K. Omnan Rao to carry on the discussion. Over to Dr. Rao. Dr. Rao. Hello. Dr. Rao. Rao, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Namaskar. Sir. Namaskar, everybody. Thanks for the lecture. May I request Dr. Ranjit Gupta to initiate, and then we'll move to Dr. Srinivasan, sir. Ranjit Gupta is there. Well, I request him to have his observations and comments. I'm request. Well, Ranjit Gupta is he there? No, I don't think he's there. Well,
Ranjit sir has left. Ranjit sir has left, perhaps. Ranjit sir has just left.
Okay, let's move to Dr. Srinivasan for his observations and comments. Sir, namaskar, sir. Please, your observations and comments.
Unmute your mic, sir.
Not audible, sir. Sir, not audible.
No, is it audible? Hello.
Now audible, sir. Now audible.
Okay.
Well, that was a wonderful talk by
Sir, sir, volume.
Volume. Okay.
Yes.
I'll do one thing. Now, are you able to hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. That was a very lucid and excellent talk by Dr. Moiram Really, I just have the opportunity to listen to him after a very long time. That in the classes he used to take only about the methodology, grammar, and other things. But here I came to understand that he's a ardent follower of Lord Buddha and his doctrines. It's really nice. The, the point, he has been very lucid and very clear in his sayings about the contentment, the happiness which leads to meditation, ultimately leads to nibbana. Okay, fine. But I have a doubt that I have, personally speaking, the utmost contentment, not discontentment, I'm sorry, utmost contentment, but despite the fact, but because of the pain, the body pain, the physical pain, is really taking off my spirit, thereby the concentration on meditation is lost because I don't have much energy. As you rightly said, that it energizes. But you also said about Upekshana, which Patanjali Maharishi has referred in his Patanjali Yoga Sutra, first chapter 33rd sloka about Maitri Karana Mudikto Upekshanam Sukadukka Punya Apunya Vishayanam Bhavanada Chitta Prasad. That means equality of mind and friendliness and happiness and sharing with others. It's most important, which you have emphasized in the Buddhist way. Unfortunately, that sharing of pain, how is it possible to share my pain? Because for the last 6 months, it has been torturing. But despite the fact that I have been taking so much of drugs and other things, but still, that happiness is lost because of this. Though I am happy otherwise, but the pain is disturbing. The pain, how can I share it? You now discussed about that. It can be shared. How the physical pain can be emotionally can be shared, but not the physical pain. So that physical pain has the apprehension that whether I will have the nibbana or not. I would request you to kindly clarify, sir.
Sir, in fact, when I see you are that much vibrant, so your means your appearance never gives us an idea that you have pain. Means we feel that you are that much enthusiastic and you are that much active. So it doesn't give us that idea. But anyway, sir, of course, I'm very much concerned about your point that mental pain is or physical pain. Physical pain is there, and sir, again we have two things. Some possibility is there, then we should think of that. Instead of losing our happiness, then we should think on that way. Means we should follow the treatment. And another thing, sir, I don't know, because in fact I'm not I don't have any piece of expertise on the subject of physical pain or physical experience, because that is coming under this medical science, and whatever I say that may not be correct because I'm not in that field. But anyway, one scholar discussed about pain, and the book was one book was written by him, and the book's title is Pain, God's gift which no one wants. God's gift which no one wants. This book is written by a Christian doctor, and he observed, he was doing some work on with the people who were sometimes in coma, or sometimes the people were in very severe condition. So how to know whether they are living or not? Likewise, sometimes suppose some pain is there. Pain is the indication that we have to work on this particular portion. So sir, I'm very much clear regarding this, that sir, I can't give you any suggestion because this is a part of medical science. Okay, so whatever I say, that will be bogus if I say nonsense things. But I can say only one thing, that sir, if following Acharya Shanti Deva, if solution is there, we should follow that. It means no other way we have to follow doctors. And following doctors, whatever improvement we feel, we find, we should enjoy that. Okay, at least some tension is removed. It means I can get complete relief from this. So sir, in this way, step by step, we can move. And maximum, because it is a subject of medical science which we raised, so I can't speak much on that because it is medical science. Okay, sir.
Well, thank
Okay.
you.
Excuse me, I got your point, sir, that I have been in consultation with the medical doctor also. At the same time, you categorically emphasize that a person who has the unhappiness condition or is less energized, and he will not be able to concentrate, focus, and will not be able to meditate. Thereby, there is no nibbana. But in my case, I have 100% contentment, 100% I am happy. There is no problem at all.
Okay.
Only thing is, I have the physical pain, which is less energizing me. So it doesn't mean that I will have no way to go for Nibbana or Kaivalya or Moksha. I still have the doubt on that.
Sir, in fact, I was not saying, okay, sir, continue. Okay, sir, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that even a smallest point of dissatisfaction or unhappiness will lead us completely losing our energy. This is not the matter, sir. In fact, if we think in this way also, then percentage plays a great role. See, for example, if we are having any disease, any physical disease, that also has 3 levels. Initially, easily curable, then curable with some special effects, and then finally incurable. So 3 stages are there. So we should take in the same way here also. Means I'm not saying that, suppose I got some small piercing by needle and I lost complete energy. It is not like that. What I wanted to say is, if we lose, means if we are immersed in complete unhappiness, then this thing will definitely happen. We'll lose our energy. And that is why I give example also, particularly from what? Suppose someone got great loss. So the relatives and the parent, friends, etc. will come and take care. Why I put that particular example? Only because in that position, a person is losing maximum energy because great loss is there. So this loss itself is having stage. If we have only small stage, means a small pain, then it will not affect that much. So the effect of pain will be decided based on its volume, or we can say, if I'm using wrong word, we can say it's matra, means how much content it has. If it is very much severe, then you can't be that much content. If you are not that much concentrated mind, means we know very well about you that you are very much energetic person. It means you are properly doing meditation or thinking or reflecting, etc. But sir, it is sure, if we are immersed in pain, then we can't easily come up. It is dead sure, sir. So what you said, that is correct, but please consider the point of this matra also, amount also. Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Myra. Well,
Yes, sir.
from your response, as for the question that Professor Srinivasan raised, well, a good thing that you have said, that referring to a book which you have said, pain is God's gift, which nobody wants. Okay, but
Yes,
then pain, if at all, we can see this in two lights. Number one, from your own lecture. Number one,
yes,
we can take pain as an instrumental cause for the emergence of a higher good. Pain has an
yes,
instrumental cause. It's an instrumental cause for emergence of higher value. Say for instance, Corona. Say for
yes,
instance, Corona. The
yes,
way things have changed, the way things have changed in the people's life, the way people came together, the way people came forward to help each other, the way people tried to protect each other, the way the medical science emerged, the way the vaccine was prepared in such a fast manner. And nowhere in the history medicine was such a vaccine could come in such a brief period. So we can see the positive side of pain also. So
yes, sir. You are correct, sir.
this is
You are
number
correct,
one.
sir.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
number one. So responding to Dr. Srinivasan's question that I have a pain and how to get rid of it, or have a pain, what to do with it. If the pain is there and if you know that there is a medicine, if there is a surgery which can cure you, so why to be unhappy, as Dr. Myram even pointed out. Okay, if the solution exists, why to be unhappy? If there is no solution at all, so then also there is no point being unhappy, because there is no solution at all. So both the ways we can come up with what Dr. Myram has said, that if Professor Srinivasan, if you say if you have a pain and you are very much sure that there is a medicine, there is a surgery which can get rid of it, then there is no point being unhappy. And we can take that pain as a temporal feature which may go out. But if the pain is elongated and you know that there is no solution to it, then also there is you need to be contented with that pain. Maybe uh, a higher value may emerge in a person having the pain, that such a pain should not come with some other, because the amount of suffering that I am personally passing through, similar pain should not come to some other. So that is again a value that is being generated. So that also brings in a sense of contentment. So this is how we can feel ourselves happy, because there is no way to escape, because the physical pain or a mental pain is not something that I take out from my body and give it to you. Please share my pain. That is not that. Okay, I can express my empathy, I can feel your pain, but I cannot take away your pain. Okay, so that is the point that we should understand. So that is the dilemma that we are with, and again, we should take pain again as an instrumental factor for the emergence of higher values, even in the self or in the other. Thank you so much. Well,
Thank you, sir. I agree with you, sir.
okay, thank you. Well, let us move to somebody else. Sorry, my microphone off. Okay, we have with us Brindavan sir, we have with us Dr. Maharana. Okay, we'll go to our admin later. We have with us Chandrika madam. Anybody having some issues, come up with um, uh, with some observations or queries. Yes, Chandrika madam, please.
Good evening, everyone. I'm really very happy to see you here. And I should say only one thing. As it is the case for each and every paper you have presented, it was very nice, and you have given full justice to the topic which you have taken. And I'm very happy and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, sir.
Dr. Brindavan Mahapatra sir, well, you have to say something. Dr. Brindavan Mahapatra. Yes. Sir, namaskar.
Sir, namaskar. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, audible but not visible.
You are-
Hello? Not audible.
Sir, audible
Yes,
but not visible.
Okay,
I
okay.
am also visible. Okay, I am also visible.
Okay. Uh, am I audible now?
Yes, sir, audible and visible.
Oh, uh, Dr. Moiram has explained his Buddhist principle of contentment very nicely, and it is also very, very interesting. But he has taken three things to be discussed. Number one is the Buddhist principle of contentment or notion of contentment, and misunderstanding in Buddhist philosophy, and also rejoinder of Buddhist philosophy. But I could not follow what was the misunderstanding in Buddhist philosophy and who misunderstood him. Most of the time, Buddha was remaining silent,
No,
so that some of them called as a skeptic and like so on. What was the wrong with Buddha, philosopher Buddha's followers? And what is the gender? That is, if I say that what is gender is the what is said in reply. What is
okay,
okay?
sir. Thank you very much for your observation, sir. Sir, in fact, the first thing I want to say that the basic, I didn't discuss complete Buddhist philosophy and its objection. That will be subject of many months. I'm not taking that. I simply took only one aspect, one principle, that is santushti, or we can say contentment. So this is misunderstanding regarding contentment, that it doesn't allow us to work more because we are feeling content, we are feeling satisfied, so no need of any work. This is the general misunderstanding regarding santushti, and particularly Western thinkers presented this idea against this thing, and that is why I quoted also and Dr. Howard C. Cutler, who presented this thing in front of His Holiness the Bodhisattva, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. But anyway, second things that you said regarding Buddhist philosophy, I didn't say anything about Buddhist philosophy as such regarding whether Buddha was silent or not. In fact, Buddha was never silent. This is misunderstanding, and only one place in complete Buddhist literature, only one place, that is Vatshabhakti Sukta. In that, Buddha didn't respond him. He asked only one question, whether there is Atma or there is no Atma, and Buddha didn't ask anyone. After that, Buddha's great disciple Ananda asked, why didn't you respond him? And then the Buddha said, if I would have said that there is Atma, it would go to the idea of Shasvatvad. And if I say there is no Atma, it would go to Uchchedvad. And I don't believe in both. Second thing, if I say there is Atma, is it according to my own teaching that there is no Atma? And the answer, no, it is not according to your own theory. Then he says, that is why I kept quiet. And second thing, if I would have said that there is no Atma, then that person was very much disturbed. He would feel very much unhappy. Because he was a practitioner, he would feel that for what I'm meditating, for what I'm doing tapasya, so he would feel unhappy. So I didn't speak that. Except this point, I never found that Buddha kept quiet. Sir, if you have some portion, please give me some reference where Buddha kept quiet. He never kept quiet. Whereas some questions he put that these questions should not be answered only because these questions were wastage of time, according to him. But I never found where Buddha kept quiet. I couldn't understand. I don't know why we people projected these things. See, I myself had seen that 5 places. See, if you see Dig Nikaya, in Dig Nikaya, Pathikavaka Buddha goes 4 times to the believers of God and asks what is the concept of God according to him, and then rejects. When we go to Anuttar Nikaya, in Anuttar Nikaya, Tikka Nipat and Tithayatana Sutta, Buddha clearly rejects God. After all that, and in many places, he rejects Atma, like this Algatupam Sutta, etc. I don't find any point where Buddha kept quiet. If you give some references, it will be helpful for me, so that I can study more.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Myram. Yes, rightly so. What Dr. Myram is clearly stating is Buddha was never silent. He was silent in addressing to the metaphysical questions. He was silent on the questions on soul. He was silent on the questions on God. So he was silent
No,
on that sort of questions. So he was not silent on the issues affecting human life. He was not silent on addressing to the problems that were there in people's life. He was addressing to the social problems. He was addressing the problems of the people suffering. So he was always addressing to the issues. He was only silent when he was asked some metaphysical questions. He just remained silent only to the metaphysical issues and not to the social issues, not to the issues concerning human life. So that part is very nicely dealt. And one more thing, what Dr. Myram says that contentment doesn't mean a lack of activity. Contentment doesn't mean you should be kept away from some activity or you prescribe laziness as being contented. So contentment positively implies a full of activity. It does not prescribe no activity, it rather prescribes full of activity. And in every act that you carry on, you should feel happy with what you are doing. So that is the message that Buddha gave. So thank you, sir. Thank you for your observations, sir. And thank you for the response. Thank you so much. Anybody having any issue? Let us move to Dr. Kailash Mahana. So you have any issue, please, Dr. Mahana. Yes, I don't find him. I don't see anybody. Ramani Mitra, she wrote something in the chat box, but I am using my mobile. I'm not able to go through the message. And the message is also very long. I am not able to. If we can, uh, if we can speak out what is the problem, what is the issue, because I'm not able to read what he has written, because I don't know how to go through this message box and find it out what he has written. Okay, but I'm trying to find out, but I'm not able to. Anyway, if Shravani Mitra wants to, Madam wants to say something, please welcome. Anyway, so anybody who wants to, I find Mir Alam, but I think he joined late. I don't think he would be having any excuse. Uh, um, Okay. Anyway, Dr. Myram responded to Shravani Mitra, Madam. Well, let us move to our admin. But before moving to admin, um, let me have a basic question to Dr. Myram. You see, the idea of contentment. It's not only in Buddhism we have this idea of contentment, even in the Hindu text and various other texts. You do find this idea of contentment, but somehow we fail. What recommendation that you give from the Buddhist philosophy that you have okay, from the text? What message? What is the way to find out that element in human beings that make them feel content with whatever they have and also with whatever they don't have? Okay, most of us, we don't focus on what we have, rather we focus more on what we don't have. That is the greatest issue that affects human life, and in the process the people lose what they're having because they're not focusing on what they're having, the strength. They focus more on what they don't have and on the weaknesses, and that keep them on the side of unhappiness. So any other suggestion that you keep is to be from the Buddhist angle that can make us at least understand the technique to lead a happy life, a contented life. Dr. Myra. Please unmute, sir. Sir, please unmute.
So, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Thank you very much for your one valuable observation and comment, sir. In fact, as you said, I started with this only, that this contentment is in all other traditions also. Okay, so it is not only Buddhism, but because I studied Buddhism more, so I preferred from this. As far as Sir, one point I want to make here, that for means promoting our happiness, if we read this Shanti chapter of Bodhicharya, it will help us too much, because it has so many techniques, or we can say meditations, that if we reflect on that again and again, then we will feel really better. I'm not saying that that will give complete solution to everything. Nothing is like that. This will be exaggeration, but I feel that it will be very much helpful, and it will challenge us to think differently, and particularly think with the orientation of others' happiness too, and considering others like us. When we have this idea, then many things in our behavior will definitely change. And sir, I personally feel if we take some techniques of that text, it would definitely be useful for us. And sir, you commented regarding this that Buddha kept silent only on metaphysical questions, but as means in metaphysical also, whether the world started or not, whether this means only some listed maximum 14 or minimum 10 questions are there, whom he listed that they should not be discussed, because they don't have any much importance in our solution of the problem of dukkha or pain. And as far as Atma and Paramatma is there, he really rejected them. So again, sir, Antima means if we another point in Bodhisattva avatar itself, another is this Samadhi Paramita. In Samadhi Paramita, some means two special techniques are there, so Paratma Samta and Paratma Parivartana. If we read that also, it will give us other way of thinking, other perspective of thinking. So I feel these things will help us strengthen our happiness, or promote our happiness, because we means I can't say that no one is happy. We are all happy. The only point is we don't notice what good we have now. And when we emphasize on other things, our mentality becomes like that. If we emphasize these things, our mentality will work on according to this point. So basic thing is this, that means if our behavior means mental behavior is guided by these principles, then definitely we shall promote our happiness. Ji sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. One thing that comes to my mind in a lighter sense, we are happy. Really, we are happy, but we get unhappy when others are happy. So that is the tragedy with human life. We are happy, but we become unhappy when others
Sir,
are
that is,
happy. So that is the tragedy of
sir,
human
that,
life.
sir,
let
that
me
is
say,
why. Okay,
let me say one more thing, sir. That is what Srinivasan Krishnamurti sir had said. That is Maitri Karna Mudido Veshanam Sukha Punyavats Bhavanada Chitta Prasadana. We are unhappy because on seeing others happy. That is what. So we should not be like that. That is said here. That sloga, that sutra itself say how can we happy. We should be happy on seeing others happy, not jealousy on that. That is what he has said.
Yes,
Yes, rightly said. Right.
that is why I pointed out regarding this Paratam Parivartan and Paratam Samhita. If we read that, because I can't discuss that complete point here, because time is already over, because you gave up to 8 o'clock. But anyway, if we take that Paratam Samhita and Paratam Parivartan, how we are like others, and if we change ourselves as others and others as ourselves, then the things will be completely different. Our perspective will definitely change. Okay, ma'am. Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Dr. Maharana wants to say something, but I see him on the screen. He wants to say something. Okay. Yes, Dr. Maharana. Namaskar, please.
From the rationalist point of view, whatever we have to be happy with that. And the Buddhist principle of contentment is based on the rationalist approach. And as Dr. Ram had said, that the contentment may help us to release from the world of sorrows. So I think the concept, or the principle of contentment that is has a rationalist has been discussed from the rationalist point of view, and Buddha has taken perhaps as taken it as a balanced attitude, or the also to say a consistent thought. And if we apply it in a day-to-day life, then we can be free from all kinds of biases or likes and dislikes and prejudices. And it has a very direct relationship with uh, but in Bhagavad Gita, that Professor Pramod Kumar Das will discuss it very well, that how contentment can be related with equanimity in Bhagavad Gita, and which can also give us a clear and objective knowledge. So if we have contentment that is in knowledge, then it can lead us to give a clear and objective knowledge. Thanks so much.
Thank you for that
Thank you,
objection.
Dr. Thank you, Dr. Bharat. Let's move to our admin, Dr. Pramod Madas, for his observation.
Thank you,
Namaskar, sir. Please.
thank you, sir. I am very happy that the young scholar Dr. Ram presented very well about a very unique topic, that is concept of a contentment in Buddhism. Very well presented and well discussed after the presentation.
Thank you, sir.
I am happy. I am really happy. The point is, when we are speaking of contentment, we should be very serious about this practice, spiritual practice. This is not ordinary contentment, as we have discussed in other systems of philosophy. Here, not only the sense organs are satisfied, here we have contentment in mind. Therefore, mind becomes free from unnecessary desires, because mind is always engaged with desires. One desire is fulfilled, another desire takes its place, and that goes on. When there are many desires, many agenda for mind remains engaged. So everybody, even our housewife, every man needs a leisure time, needs an interval time, needs some rest. If mind is always engaged in desires, runs after desires, then that mind becomes restless. This is not metaphysics. This is very much practical ethics. Without entering into any metaphysical discussion, we can discuss this problem. This does not need any metaphysics at all. It does not need the existence of Atman, soul at all. So mind needs to be at rest. How it is possible? No, it will be possible. It will be possible by nirvana. The very concept of nirvana is a focused point in Buddhism. That you can have contentment through nirvana. Bana means Agni. No Agni, no Agni of no desires like Agni. No fire of desire is there in your mind. No spark of desire. All desires are satiated. No origin of new desires. That is contentment. Contentment means that whatever I have, I am satisfied. This is understood in the physical sense. I have a car, I am satisfied. I have one house, I am satisfied. This is the physical mode of contentment. But psychologically also, I don't have that visaya in my mind. I am satisfied with the vastu. But I am also satisfied with its Vishaya, that I have suspended that Vishaya from my mind. My mind is free from both Vastu and Vishaya. That mind can do meditation because he is not disturbed. He is absolutely free like a mind of the child. So our adult mind should be converted to a child mind, the innocent mind, the desire-free mind. And Dr. Ram says, we are waiting for that child mind, which is full of energy, which is full of concentration, and which can create something. Then, if we say, and very beautifully Dr. Ram said that we should be happy what we have. What we have? We have ourself. Myself is the best gift of myself. I have I. I have my body, my mind, my life. This is my possession. I should make its better use. I shall become a better human being. I shall have a better version of my mind, better version of my thinking, better version of my happiness. What I have myself. I should develop that my being into a very perfect being. And for that, the very mind is instrumental, and that mind should not be disturbed by unnecessary desires. So here desire is underlined. If there is no further desire, automatically contentment is there. Mind is not contented because there are some unfulfilled desires in which mind is engaged. If I have no extra desires, automatically my mind is at rest. So that mind is qualified for contentment. So therefore it is not everybody's cup of tea. We should not generate any further desire. We have to minimize our desires. In that sense, he is saying that we should be happy what we have. The misunderstanding is that you are happy, you have enough and enough. That does not mean you will become inactive. You are happy with your little, that also does not mean that you will be inactive. Whether you are poor or rich, educated or uneducated, happy or unhappy, you should be active. You should be active like a karma yogi. A karma yogi has no expectation. Expectation is also desire. Mind should be free from expectations. Mind should be engaged in duty. That is karma yoga. That is karma yogi. And for that, we have to understand, that is jnana yoga. We have to understand pratitya samutpada, that everything shall pass away. Everything shall pass away. Everything is originated by a condition. That condition still is originated by another condition. That also originated in the causal series. We shall never find the final cause. We shall be satisfied. No necessary. I am satisfied with the immediate cause. I am satisfied with my immediate father or grandfather. We never search for the 100 times father. Similarly, the pleasure that we have and the suffering that we have, that is also temporary. Pleasure is temporary and suffering is also temporary. Dr. Rao was discussing about the pain. Actually, pain is not that pain what is discussed in Buddhism. Pain is there because we have a desire which is not fulfilled. If I have no desire, I have no pain at all. The suffering is relative. That appears to be suffering for you, but my suffering is not suffering for me. I don't suffer from my suffering, but you think that I am suffering because of your mindset. So when mind is contented, that mind is free, that mind is really becomes active. An engaged mind is always weak, always restless, always lazy, always escapist, always a skeptic. But the mind which is contented, that is the mind of equanimity, that is the mind of happiness, that is the mind of zero, sunya. It has nothing, no predicate, no judgment. So contentment is a psychic discipline. Contentment is not only a sensuous, that's I am getting some sensuous pleasure. Now somehow it is protected, restricted by compulsion. That is not contentment. Contentment means yes, it is there, it is available, but I will not touch. Something is not available, therefore I am happy. No, it is available, but I have controlled my sense organ, I have controlled my mind, that they will not run after the availed thing. This is yoga, this is meditation. Okay, so jnana yoga is also necessary, that we should know that everything is relative, everything is pratitya samatpada, everything is khanamahangavada, everything is momentariness. This much we should have that knowledge. And that for achieving this goal, Buddha has given so many ethical disciplines, so that comes under the ethics, parts of ethics. How not only contentment, there are so many psychic disciplines we have to follow. I am very happy. Always we welcome young scholars to this forum, and it was a very good attempt. And one thing I shall speak about Dr. Ram, that he speaks less, and whatever he speaks he means it. He is serious about, he is committed to his speech. What he is saying, he's very much serious about it. That is the real academic spirit. Thank you, thank you. This is my humble submission. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Das, for your beautiful comments. But the question of pain that you talked of, about the pain that I discussed, was in response to the pain, the personal pain that Dr. Srinivasan was passing through. So it is related to the bodily pain. So I said the pain, how to bear that pain. Okay. So that was in that context. You misused that context in a different context. So there is a category mistake. So you don't take the response to the pain question to the pain that you're talking of. So that was in a separate context. So that is the a bit of clarification. Okay, thank you, Dr. Das, for your very beautiful observations and the Buddhist in line with the Buddhist line of thinking, and very beautifully ended up that pain has its root in the desire. So the state of desirelessness is what that is recommended for to be totally free from the state of pain. So the state of desirelessness again is not a matter of joke, because we are always carried outside. So reaching that stage, as even Professor Das said, it is not everybody's cup of tea. So reaching that state of desirelessness is what that is truly meant by the state of contentment. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Professor Das. Well, thank Professor Srinivasan for introducing Dr. Myra. Well, let us move to Dr. Kailas Mahana for proposing a formal vote of thanks.
Okay, thanks so much, Dr. Rao. So today, as Professor Pramod Kumar Das had said that, today this webinar has been successful and meaningful from different point of view, and philosophy family always invites the young scholars like Dr. Moiram to present their philosophical reflection. And though he is a Sanskrit scholar, he has done so much things in philosophical research, and we, on behalf of philosophy family, extend our congratulations to him, that being a student of Sanskrit, being a scholar of Sanskrit, he has philosophical reflection within him, which he has tried to share it with us. And today, the concept of clarity that he has given to us through his topic, that has benefited all of us. And I was listening to the submission of Professor Pramod Kumar Das. I was listening to the observation of Professor Srinivasan, Dr. Chandrika, Vrindavan sir, Sravani Misra, and Dr. Rao's conceptual clarification on it. So all the observations have benefited our academic thought on the Buddhist philosophy. And today that we learn that feeling of contentment is a feeling of happiness in our entire being. And generally mind is not contented from different point of view. And when the mind has the state of contentment, then it becomes a state of fullness. It overcomes all kinds of the desires. It overcomes all kinds of sufferings. And that what Dr. Pramod Kandas has said that it is a psychic state. It is a psychic state of our inner entire being. And once this state is achieved, is attained, then it can take us to a state of equanimity that is reflected in Bhagavad Gita. So today, the talk of Dr. Moira has benefited us. It has developed the dimension of our thought in Buddhist philosophy. And we extend our gratitude to Dr. Srinivasan sir for connecting Dr. Moira in philosophy family. And we are really grateful to Dr. Srinivasan sir. And we request him to invite more and more young scholars to the philosophy family so that they can share their wisdom with all of us. So with this, once again, I propose my hearty vote of thanks to the speaker, Dr. Moira, to the question raisers, and to all the viewers of Philosophy Family of the Sunday webinar. I extend my gratitude to Dr. Om Naran Rao and Professor Pramod Kumar Das. With this, I request Professor Pramod Kumar Das to wind up the session.
Yes, and, we are all
One thing, one thing, sir. I also thank Dr. Mahana for creating a beautiful line. Contentment is a state of fullness. It's a state of fullness. So
yes,
now more the state of fullness is a beautiful line. It's a beautiful taste. It's a state of fullness. So beautifully said, and I should be congratulated. So thank you so much.
Contentment is really the state of fullness. If it is not full,
That line is
it,
important.
it
That
will
line is important.
if it is not full, then there is something wanting. It will run after that. It will run after to make it full. So 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 it should be full always. If it is not full, it will run after. It will be engaged to make it full. So mind will not be free from it. Anyway, uh, I say we are all grateful to the speaker, young speaker, Dr. Ram, and we shall request him to prepare other topics from other areas, huh? And you come forward. We shall create slot for you, and also you inform your researcher friends, those who have expertise in any topic. They can deliver talks. Okay, Dr. Ram. Thank you. Thank you. With this session is declared closed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm very much
Thank you.
glad
Thank you.
to
Thank
see
you.
all of
Thank
you,
you.
sir. Thank you.